Hey everyone, my Meats, Bits, and Bites bin is riding once again, the veggie bin, some odds and ends, and I'm coming up with a meal plan for the coming week. I have about 8 meatballs in this package, so I'm going to put meatballs and penne pasta on the meal plan. I'm also going to make today a bunch of snacky type stuff. I've got a bunch of those Tyson chicken appetizers in the freezer still. Pretzel bites. These have been riding around a while. Probably make some little pigs in the blankets with these. This barbecue chicken I made last week in the crock pot. So I think I'll use that and make a barbecue pizza. I never did get the beef stroganoff made with this teff. And I will use some of this leftover roast beef in that. About 3/4, maybe a whole pound of ground beef. Probably do some burgers with that maybe on the weekend. Got a little bit of ham. So I may end up making a bow tie pasta salad with that this weekend. That would be a really good side to go with those burgers. I use up all of that. I'm back down to my not much in there meats, bits, and bites bin. I will have to get very strategic as we get down to the last 30 days before we are packing and moving, which is now looking like it will be late June, early July. These are the frozen things that I'm pulling out for this week's meals I'm planning, and these will be the pantry items for quick grab. So the night that I'm making the meatballs, I have half a box of penne here. And then another night, I think I will make a baked thyme chicken because I really need to use up some of those cans of cream soup that I got for free. And I have just about for the package of this wild rice, which by the way, the Wise loved that stuff. So I'll use that in the wild chicken and thyme. And then if you've been following my channel, you probably saw a couple, 3 weeks ago, I made a veggie lasagna that, oh my gosh, was the best lasagna I've ever made. I will meal prep the veggie lasagna today and then just throw it in the freezer. I really want to use up these pastas. And for tonight, I never did get this Korean barbecue bowl made last week. That just sounds so good. And I pulled a package of the frozen ground chicken. Okay, the original Best Buy was November of 2021, but of course it's been in the freezer since the day I bought it, so no worries there, but in the sink to thaw. Veggie sides for some of these dishes. The side I'm doing the Korean barbecue bowl, and I have a bunch of peppers in the produce bin and some other things. I'm going to pull that out and figure out what all I want to use out of there or chop up and get in the freezer so it doesn't go bad. These Mediterranean veggies that I pulled out a couple of times. The other things I will probably be using mainly fresh produce. Let me pull that out and have a look-see. All right, here's my veggie bin. I got these leeks last week thinking I would make frizzled leeks to go on top of our steak frites, but the night got away from me and I didn't get that done. And they're getting a little soft. I think what I'll do is go ahead and make some frizzled leeks to go with the burgers that we're going to do. Hopefully these will hold up. They are definitely getting a little soft, especially this one. Maybe I'll go ahead and chop one of those up and just put it in the freezer. These pears at Aldi, and they were hard as a rock, but now they're all perfectly ripe and need to be used in a hurry. I've decided pears are like avocados. They go from not being ready to eat, and then you get a 10-minute window to hurry up and use them while they're perfect. One of my absolute favorite salads, pear and pecan with a maple vinaigrette. Whip that up for Monday and Tuesday at work. Got this zucchini about a week ago. It's still in really good shape. Use one of those in tonight's stir fry. Got this broccoli last week. I'll use probably half of that in tonight's stir fry. This is still good, but it's definitely on the limp side, so I'm going to chop that up this morning. I think these shredded carrots are still good. I'll throw those in with my pear and gorgonzola salad. Carrots and another whole bag of carrots, so I'm definitely putting baked carrots on the menu. Half an onion that I'll use in tonight's stir fry. Then I have this big head of cauliflower that I bought to make the odds and ends. Walnut oil, roasted cauliflower, and peppers. These are all from my garden, but they're on the small side. Might not be getting very many peppers anytime soon, so I don't want to waste what I have in here. So here's the cleaned up veggie bin. Not much left in there. The carrots, the leeks, the cauliflower, the zucchini, and a bunch of lemons and limes. Everything else I pulled to meal prep. Here are all of the items I've pulled from my veggie bin that I am going to prep right now. The celery's getting chopped. All these peppers, part of them are going in tonight's stir fry, and that's going in the freezer. Broccoli is going in the stir fry. The zucchini's going in the stir fry. The onions going in the stir fry. Then I'm going to prep my pear and pecan salad. So in digging through the veggie bits and bites bin, I came across this package of sweet potatoes that I made when we had our little Thanksgiving in February. So I'm going to pull these and throw those in the bin. Tonight this week, I'm sure we'll have green beans. He's going back in the freezer. Stir fry veg for the peppers. Also chopping for the veggie lasagna. Decided that one of these is going in the stir fry and one of these is going in the veggie lasagna. A couple of limes close to squiffy. So I think one thing I'll put on the menu this week is cilantro lime chicken. That just sounds delicious. Because I've never bought leeks before, I decided that I should watch a YouTube video because that's how you get smart these days, right? And it said to cut off the really dark green part, chop up the white and light green parts into 1/4-inch pieces, throw them in a bowl of cold water, and then drain those and lay them out on a towel to air dry a little bit. Then lay them flat on a sheet pan and freeze them before you store them all in a bag in the freezer. So these things are so interesting, but gosh, they're pricey. $3.67 for 3 of them. So they're going in some cold water. Gonna rinse them and put them on a towel. After a little more thought, I'm going to put in this glass of water. I'm going to put it in the fridge. On Wednesday, which will be my first day at home, I'm going to make some tuna salad. And these I'm chopping up right now and throwing in the stir fry. I was watching an Asian cooking channel the other day. They cut at a slant and a fairly long slant, and I decided I'm going to do that with tonight's stir fries. So this zucchini is going in the stir fry. All right, then this big boy, chopping him up, veggie lasagna. So now that I'm thinking about it, in addition to sauteing the veggies, I think I might try sauteing some of those veggie crumbles and throw that in the little lasagna as well. Is for tonight's stir fry with the Korean barbecue bowls. And this pan over here will be the sauteed veggies lasagna. Prepare to be amazed at my little trick for not crying when you chop onions. I got this little fan at the Dollar Tree. It takes 2 AA batteries. Set it right there in front of your cutting board, and it blows the sulfur fumes away so they don't make it up to your eyes. Better than any trick I have attempted with the onion chopping. Not a tear, I'm telling you, and they smell strong. So those are going to go in the veggie lasagna. And then I'm going to chop these lengthwise for the stir fry. Look at all these peppers that I pulled from my garden. So call that $6 worth of peppers. These three little red ones are still crisp enough. I think they'll make it in my produce drawer until next week. And tonight's stir fry and lasagna. I'm going to chop up a little broccoli for the stir fry, and I've decided I'll also do 4 or 5 of those baby carrots in here. I just wanted to tell you guys real quick. I had one of these yesterday. They were amazingly delicious, and I rarely eat regular bagels because they're so heavy, never mind the carbs. But these, not only do they have a nice light consistency for a bagel, but for a keto bread product, these were amazing. These were a 10 out of 10. So here's the meal plan for the week. These pumpkin blondies, OMG, they were such a hit with the YAs. I couldn't get over it. They raved and raved. Actually said, you should make these instead of pumpkin pie, Mom. I was just surprised because I'm the pumpkin spice fiend in the house. And when it comes to pumpkin pie at Thanksgiving, they're like, meh, one piece, I'm done. Doesn't matter how good the pie is. It's not about the quality. So yeah, there's just something about the texture of these. It's so light. You get a little of that pumpkin spice, the creaminess of the white chocolate chips. Total win. You guys have to try these, really. Week 12. Tonight I'm planning the Korean barbecue bowl. Tomorrow night the beef stroganoff. Tuesday pizza and salad. Wednesday the thyme chicken and rice. Thursday pasta and meatballs. Friday cilantro lime chicken with rice and the roasted cayenne peppers with the walnut oil from the odds and ends video last weekend. And then here's some meal prepping I need to work on. The pear salad, the veggie lasagna, which is going in the freezer, some sugar-free peanut butter bombs, and then possibly chocolate chip cookies. So that's the game plan, and I appreciate you all for tuning in, and I hope you have a great week ahead. Take care.